Welcome to day 18.
I'm actually walking with a bit of a limp right now. Like you can see, I'm kind of just walking with a bit of a limp. I think I rolled or twisted my ankle or something yesterday. I think it'll go away in a day or two, but I'm walking around with a limp this morning. But yeah, day after the game, guys. No one wants to train on Sunday morning. Come on, who wants to train Sunday morning, day after a game? No one. But I know it sets me up for a good day. I know if I get in this gym work now, it's gonna set me up really well. So that's why, of course, we are going into the gym. Of course we are. Went to bed quite late last night. It was around 3:30 in the morning when I went to sleep. Was watching the England versus Switzerland game, and Switzerland were leading 1-0 at halftime. It is early in the morning. I haven't checked any apps or anything, so I don't know what the score ended up, but it'll be interesting to find out later. But yeah, so not on a whole bunch of sleep tonight, or today. Not on a whole bunch of sleep. Whoa. Gym's pretty full today.
We never forget it, guys. We never forget the basics. Hamstring bridges, doctor squeezes, all the basic things of a warm-up and getting that blood flow rush. Never forget it.
Damn. The microphone just broke. You can see this separated from that. Oh no. If I only went on the days when I felt like it, what would I amount to? Look at all these committed people. Commitment. I think this person has gone every single day for 4 weeks. That's commitment. Actually, you got a lot here. This has been like a really big gym session. We've been going 76 minutes. We are slow today. We were very slow today, but we got it done. We did get it done, and that's what matters. I'm gonna talk about training today, and in particular, my training schedule and how I'm training so much during this challenge. In fact, if you do the math, I'm training over 100 times a month, all right? Sounds like a lot, but I'm gonna break it down for you. So let's go home, I'll break it down. It always seems to be raining in this place, always. Australia should be sunny all the time. It's not! Wow, looks like 2-0 is the score. Switzerland really dominated this one. All right, so let's break down the training schedule. Now first, let's start with what elements are in the schedule. You basically got football, you got gym, then you got mobility, you got recovery, mental sessions, and tactical sessions. Football sessions you're doing with the team, individual, with the ball. Gym sessions, these are your strength workouts. When you go to the gym, you're doing your lowers, your uppers, your core, whatever it is to work on your strength. Mobility, very good one. These are 10 to 20 minute routines that I do during the day, which consist a lot with stretching, like static and dynamic exercises, which really about your pliability and your mobility. Recovery is usually off-feet stuff like cycling on the bike, could be the attack bike on a low intensity, elliptical, generally something low intensity, which is designed just to increase that blood flow and actually help with your recovery. Mental are the courses, the videos, the sessions, which help me sharpen my mind and increase my focus. And tactical is all about how to make better decisions on the field through videos, through courses, through analysis. Mental examples could be meditating. It could be watching the Rio Ferdinand course on the Train Effective app.
You make a mistake, you get your basics right, you get back to that level again straight away as quick as possible so you can perform, so you can win.
The one thing we put here on all days, all right, is the mobility. Mobility sessions for me, typically I'm doing midday, early afternoon when I've been sitting a lot. If you guys have work or school, you probably sit a lot, right? These days, when you're doing a lot of training, it's really bad just to sit all the time. This is how you increase your risk of injury and generally how you just feel lethargic when you do go to your trainings and you do go to your games. It's very important to break this cycle. For me, I could be in the office and I'm doing a 15-minute routine, consists of a routine which really gets my body moving, gets my body in positions it wouldn't usually be if you're just sitting all day. As you get older too, it's very important. When you're in school, you tend to run around a lot and just run around. When you get older, and because you do that less, it's easier for your muscles just to get more rigid, less flexible, less pliable. Mobility is always something that is always on that list every single day. And I think for me right now, mobility sessions are absolutely critical for your best performance. I'd say right now, just by doing these, and they're not intense, right? They're low intensity, but just by doing them consistently, I think it gives me 20%, 15%. Now going through the week, all right? We have Saturday, just have here as a game day. My whole schedule is basically built around the game day and the days leading up to game day, as is with most pro schedules, most team schedules, most player schedules that are training for performance. Now Mondays, usually it's that individual session. It's something more skills based, more reps based. We did that video on day 8. You guys should have a look at that again. It's exactly the kind of stuff that I want to do on a Monday. We then have a full body session in the gym. Tuesday for training, it's usually our biggest day of load for the week. This is so we have enough time for our muscles to recover later in the week for the game day. We got the team training, which usually hour and a half, 2 hours. But then right after the team training, we have a lower body focus session in the gym. You don't want to do lowers on a Thursday or Friday before the game, right? You're going to risk injury, but you're just going to feel slow and lethargic if you do it that late, especially if you're going a bit heavier using weights. So this is why Tuesday is the biggest day of load. Before those, what I like to try and do is a mental session, mental focus session, something that really increases my motivation, really primes me to go hard for that day, because it is the day that where you want to give the most load and your best effort, other than the game day. Wednesday then, here comes a little retreat for you, if you could say retreat. I love mobility sessions on Wednesday because I'm sore. I'm already sore on a Wednesday, right? And usually in that afternoon time, you start to feel your body, it feels a bit achy. And I love to get the mobility sessions in at this point, because this is like, this relaxes and frees up everything. And then usually in the evening, early evening, I'll do some sort of recovery, like just 25-30 minutes on the bike or the elliptical, usually zone 2 in terms of intensity, heart rate zone 2, because we don't want to do anything intense this day. We just want to flush out all the lactic acid from the muscles and be ready for the next days. Wednesday is a recovery day. I don't want to go too hard, too heavy. Thursday team trainings are a little bit lighter than the Tuesdays. Tuesdays is a little bit more fitness, a little bit more running. Thursday, maybe a little bit more gameplay, a little bit more tactical. What I like to do on Thursdays as well is an individual session. Again, getting the reps in, doing the fundamentals right, thinking about doing the sessions which really allow me to prime and get ready, because it's about 48 hours now until the Saturday match. I want to be doing the things that are really going to be impactful in the match. Maybe it's more shooting, more finishing, maybe it's practicing the crossing. Well, for me, those are the strengths I want to focus on. You have to figure out what your strengths are and what you want to focus on. But I love to do these on a Thursday, just because I think if you do it on a Thursday, it's just in that muscle memory, muscle memory. So when it comes to a Saturday, you're kind of firing. Now, Friday is when we go back into the gym. We're staying off feet, at least I am. I want to stay off feet, and I'm doing a priming session in the gym. Now, these are kind of more explosive movements with lighter weight, but it's basically a power priming workout designed to be ready and be explosive for the next day. What I then love to do is more of a tactical session, all right? So I go home, I'm going to watch courses on the Train Effective app. I'm going to train my decision making. I'm going to prime my decision making for tomorrow's game. So if I'm playing as a winger, all right, what are the 5 things I got to do as a winger on game day? Okay, I got to make those runs forward. I got to make those runs back. Where am I going to be based positionally? This is where I do the match analysis. This is where I watch the courses on the Train Effective app. And doing this for 30 to 60 minutes really sharpens your thinking, sharpens your mind. And when you go to sleep thinking about how you're going to play on the field after watching these kinds of courses, guys, confidence levels up. Your coach is going to be like, who's been training you? You're a new player. Do this. The day before on the Friday, you've been thinking about how you're going to play. So now, kind of, you thought about how you're going to play. Now, it's really bringing into action. This is where the mental sharpness, the mental focus is really key. I think on days like this, you want to watch something motivational. I think on days like this, when you play a game, you always want to be positive. You always want to be moving forward, yeah? You want to be taking risks. You don't want to shy away. You have to get yourself in that mindset. Okay, today's game day. I prepared all week. I prepared many months. I prepared years. Game day is where it all shows. So this is where mental course, motivational things, meditation, whatever it is, you got to try and figure out what these things are, what works for you. But when you figure out what works for you and you put it in your routine, this is going to make you ultra confident when it comes to match day. Now, mobility, I'm going to talk about it again here because on Saturday mobility, it's a little bit different for me. This is more of a game day mobility and I do it before a match. Now, this kind of mobility session, and I'll put some notes here about what it looks like. These are about doing some holds, doing some stretches, but it's also doing a lot more plyometrics. So plyometrics is like frog jumps, like swan hops, things like that, which really get the muscles activated. It's really a game day prep. A game day mobility, which really focuses more on activation and really being ready for the game ahead of that day. And if I'm doing this 2, 3, 4 hours before a match, generally when I come to warm up, I already feel good. I feel fresh. You know, again, if you have a 3 p.m. game and maybe you've just been laying around the couch and you haven't been doing much during the day, like sometimes when you come to warm up, you feel slow, you feel lethargic, you feel like, things are sore. Like I'm not feeling it. But this is where the pre-activation, this is where the game day prep mobility really comes in handy. Because if you're doing this 10, 15, 20 minutes and you're doing that 2, 3 hours before a game, when you come to warm up, you're just going to feel a lot lighter, a lot fresher, and just more ready in general. Then we obviously have the game, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you have. Give it your all. Put your heart out, put your heart into it. If you don't end up playing, for me, I just try to give it all on game day. So even if I'm playing 5 minutes, okay, let's say I'm on the bench, I play 5 minutes. After the game, I'm going to be doing sprints. I'm going to be doing runs. I'm going to be doing a 25, 30, 35 minute session. Just focuses on building that stamina, focusing on the running. It's not going to be the same load as I do in a match, but at least test myself and go, give myself push on that day. Now, this is what I don't like doing, but I'm just doing it right now because I did have some issues with my hamstrings and Achilles and things like that, is doing a lower body session right after the game. Now, this only goes for about 20, 25 minutes. But it's really important for me to do just because I need to get it done on the Saturday and I have more time and rest for the other days for my muscles to recover. And it's just something I'm doing with the injury right now. But you could also do something. You could do a low body session after the game. Is it advisable? Talk to a physio. I'm not a physio, but it's just what I do. Sunday, you might be thinking, I'm going to go to church. Today's a rest day. For me personally, I like to do something every single day. Sunday now, your muscles are pretty exhausted from the day before. So what I like to do is just right in the morning, first thing in the morning, I'll go to the gym and I'll do an upper body session. Just all upper body focused, upper body, arms, all right, for the beach. Of course, do a mobility session as well. This is really important on Sunday. In that mobility session, incorporate more of that foam rolling, maybe the spiky ball, really get out, do some longer stretches for those sore muscles. And then usually there'll be a tactical element too. Now, sometimes with these tactical mental sessions, depending on what's happening, I might only do it once a week, maybe it's 4 times a week. So this is why I'm saying 21 times. But with the tactical sessions on a Sunday, if you have video footage of your game, you can analyze this on a Sunday and it's usually still fresh in your mind the 12, 24 hours after a game, kind of how you played, what you did good, what you could improve. And this is the stuff where you can go through your game, take notes. Okay, this is what I did good. This is what I didn't do so well. You can also do this on a Monday. You can do this at other time. You can also just take the complete day off on a Sunday. Sometimes that's what I will do. I think sometimes if you just have one day reset, mental, physical, absolutely no football, nothing, just even you just turn off your phone, just leave everything behind. I think that's really important sometimes, just to reset. I think reset days are really important. And so sometimes there'll be nothing on a Sunday because it just needs to be that reset day. But again, this is my schedule. This is sometimes what I incorporate. And all this stuff with scheduling, I can only give you an idea of what I do, but it's up to you to take inspiration from what I'm doing, what others are doing, and then just make a schedule that really works for you. But I can tell you right now, I'm pretty happy with this schedule. And I really feel like I maximize my performance this way. So yeah, guys, this is how I'm training 20 times plus a week. All right, guys, that is day 18 a wrap. But I want to know one thing from you guys. I want to know what your training schedule looks like. I want to know what is your favorite thing to do as part of your training schedule that makes you feel good, makes you feel confident, makes you feel like you have a great week. I want to know what you have in your training schedule. Let me know. All right, day 18 wrap. See you tomorrow.